the music is really good. Like you have to read like what's being said, obviously, but just hearing it, you just be like, this sounds good. Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about a new Japanese animated movie in theaters called Inu-oh. It's a musical fantasy, and I didn't know that going in. Honestly, I was on the AMC app and I was looking at coming soon, and I saw the poster and I was like, this looks cool. Clicked on it, and I was like, oh, I knew it was Japanese because it said subtitles and stuff. So I was like, I don't care. I'm gonna go see this movie. So I got there and I was like, what the heck is going on? Because it just, you hear the music often, in the beginning, and then they start telling the story. And at first I was like, what is going on? It was about a magic mask that people were looking for, and it grants you wishes, but you have to make sacrifices. And then you're following this kid. I'm gonna call him T, and he works with his father. They like fishermen and they help people find things, and these people are looking for this sunken treasure and everything. So T goes with his dad, and they find it, but it's like cursed, and his father gets killed, and he gets blinded, during this whole thing, and he's wandering around blind, and he meets this old, I hope I'm saying this right, biwa player. It's like a wooden lute, instrument that they play, and they talk to each other because they're both blind, and he decides he wants to do that. They're like, I guess they go around telling stories, as they play the music, and he starts living with them, and he gets really good at playing music. He comes across this person named Inu-oh, and he's disfigured. Like his body parts are in different spots. So when you first meet him, he's really small and tiny, but he has like a big leg, and you're like, what is going on? And he's running around with the dogs, and people are feeding him like he's an animal. And then he does some things, and all of a sudden he grows legs, like his legs grow. And then he comes across T, and T is playing the instrument. He's like, oh, I like that sound. And, he starts dancing a little bit. And as they're talking, apparently Inu-oh has a hideous face. And he's like, oh, my face is ugly. Everybody gets scared. And he takes off his mask. He's like, ah. And T is like, I'm blind. I don't see anything. And then they're like, oh. So they get cool. And then, they start talking with each other. And, they have a good connection. And then they come across each other again later on in life. And Inu-oh is changed again. Like as he's performing with T, he starts changing. His body's making changes throughout the entire movie as they're doing their songs. But their songs are not regular songs that the other like priests are doing. It's not real like subtle, or it's not like a quiet performance of them doing. They are putting on a show. Like it's like, yo, Inu-oh's performing. We gotta go. And they're taking people from another show like, yo, we gotta we gotta see this. And they're like on a bridge, and they have all this like action going on. It's beautiful to see. And the music, it just sounds really good. Like you're listening. I was sitting there in the theater like, this joint, like before he started singing, I was like, this sounds good. And then he starts saying what he's saying, and he's telling stories of the spirits that he can see and hear, and he's telling their stories. So it's just like, like how people pass down stories that that they hear in the past, but in song form. That's what he's doing, with T. T is killing. He's killing it, and then Inu-oh is dancing, and they're both singing with each other, and the crowd is just going crazy. It's like they're rock stars, and the people in charge don't really like that. The shoguns and stuff. They like, well, what is this? We don't like this. The guy who was doing the other stories, we like him. We want him to tell the stories, and that's like the conflict of the movie, where they don't want them performing, even though everybody is loving it. They want the old boring way, because that'll bring unity to the country and everything. But the music again is what brings you in. And then as you start watching it, I said in my quick review, is like, I didn't know what was going on at first. I was like, what is happening? And then you start understanding the story, and it gives you like a recap, and it's like, oh, that's what happens, and it just hit me all at once, and I was like, this is brilliant, and it's really, really good, and I don't want to spoil it. I hope you go check it out. But when it all came together, I was like, this is really well done. It makes so much sense what happened and where we are now, in this story, and both characters as they started growing together. It's just a mutual respect, like they're brothers, and they wanted to look out for each other, but like the people at the top didn't want to see this thing thrive, and it was really good, and I hope people go check it out. If you like, musicals, definitely go check it out, even though it's Japanese, but it's really well done. It's a really well done animated movie, and the style looked great, and I had a good time, watching this in the theater, and I'm glad I went. But those are just my thoughts on the movie. If you've seen it, let me know what you thought about it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.